Hello there YouTube, and VZ87 here with another Super Mario Maker video. This time we are going to be delving into Area 6, which I just finished making. I think it's a pretty cool area. You really get to use some of the cool power-ups, and it's one of those levels where you can't really advance without having a certain power-up. As well as there are kind of checkpoints towards the end of the level. If you end up getting hit after you've gotten the power-up, you can either run back before your invincibility frames run out, or you can take a door and it brings you back to the room where the power-up is, and then you just have to run through the same few rooms again. So I thought that would be a pretty awesome way to do it, because the one thing that people make as a mistake on levels is that they give you a power-up that you need to clear the level, but then they give you no way to actually get another one of that power-up, so once you lose it, you can't complete the level, and I didn't want to do that. So I managed to come up with this, with a way to do that, sticking as close as I can to the layout that Sivak did in his game. Towards the end, it changes a little bit, but you'll see the similarities throughout the level, hopefully. I didn't show the ID, did I? I'll have to make sure I do that after the level ends. So over here, you can just run and jump, and you'll make it. I put these extra blocks here, so that's why you wouldn't accidentally hit the fireball there. For here, you just gotta run across. First one up is hidden right there. This is a tricky room. You have to wait until just the right moment, and then jump and you're through. Now, here's the fun part. Now, as you notice, you can't actually make your way over here. We need a power-up in order to get there. And there's no invisible blocks in here. So, we gotta advance to the left instead. And we can't make that jump, so we gotta bounce off him. That spike is just kind of there as a trap. That's actually from the original Battle Kid too. Battle Kid, I mean. Oh man, that part sucked. That thing is kind of like a death trap. So we got another power up here. This sucks over here. You have to make sure that when you press left and you're about to fall down, that you press right. So that's why momentum doesn't actually send you into the spikes. Over here. Oh, wow, they just happen to be up at the same time. Over here, you wait for your power-ups. You need the fire flower first so you can take these guys away and access the path that you couldn't access before. It doesn't hurt to take that guy out and that guy. So you notice, though, you can't collect this until you run into the spike. And now you can collect this, which will allow you to clear the rest of the level. So we have to go backwards a little bit from where we started. You initially over here couldn't make the jump back up, but now as Slenderman Mario, as I like to call him, you can make it. You can make that jump now without the dry bones, and we can now advance forward. So this is where I was talking about. If you die on these spikes, you can actually run back in time. I tested it out. You can run back in time, even if you got to the end. You could run all the way backwards and make it to the ledgy end, and then just travel back forward to make it across. So, as you can see, I set it so that's why all you have to do with regular Mario is jump up and you'll be fine. Ooh, Bowser RNG. It's a good thing I kept them all the way down there. So I don't want to waste more time. Over here, if you happen to get hit, you can take this door and it'll bring you back into the room, because as you can see, there's no other exit. Same thing over here. If you happen to hit this spike or the one above my head, you can actually jump all the way up as regular Mario and go through the door, and it'll bring you back to the same room with the power-ups, but I didn't get hit. Jumping up leads us to our one-up. And there's our tribute to Sivak there. Let's jump into the boss. So it's a force boss fight, as usual. You gotta hit the shells and get them to hit off the trampoline and into the box where he is. He is guarding a P box, a P thing. I forget its name. and you have to get that in order to advance through the rest of the level. I already tested a whole bunch of times. You can't skip it. you need this Mario in order to make the jump, which is why to the left I've put an infinite amount of the slender mushrooms. I don't actually know their names, so that's why they're called slender by me. Ooh, that was close. Ooh, that was also close. That was also close. So you just gotta repeat this until you hit them 40 times. Which, honestly, is not that bad, considering how fast they fall, because you're right near it and it's on your screen. This part took me the longest time to make. As you can imagine, having to perfect everything. I had a different strategy I was going to use for the boss, but it turned out it didn't work. So this took me a while to make. At least the boss area fight. This isn't that bad once you know the pattern to it. And he's down. Now we can go in and get the P switch. And then you want to run it, because there's only one, over here and clear the way. You don't need to clear the rest of these coins, but you do need to clear them quickly. That's the only part I made that was forced. I didn't want to make a P box over P blocks around here. I mean, I guess I could have, now that I think about it. It's alright, whatever. It's not like you're going to be lollygagging once you hit it. As you notice, if you travel down here to get to the end, it's blocked off. Even if you're small Mario, you can make the jumps over here in case somehow you lost the ability to jump. Alright. And our P blocks over here, you can just set this down over here, hit it, and down we go. And we're done. There you go. I didn't even get hit. What can I say? I'm a badass. I'm a badass bitch. Let me go show what the level ID was. Oh, it was on the screen. I didn't realize it. So FB, F9, 60, 63, 4A, 7A. And I just uploaded this, which is why no one's actually played it yet. So, I'm actually most proud of this level. I really liked making it. The path thing, Sivak had the, where you had to go loop around and then get the power-ups and then use that to get through the plants there. That's actually from, that route is from Sivak's game as well, except that you had to get a key. In this case, the key was the power-up, and then you use that to go backwards a little bit, clear some rooms pretty easily that were, well, not necessarily difficult the first time when you went through it, but, yeah. And then you can use that to advance to the end of the level. And I even left that little note in that room saying got hit, and it points arrows to the doors so you know where to go if you got hit. And if you didn't, you wouldn't need to take them. And even if you did, it's not like it sets you really far back. Whew. Alright, well, all that's left is Area 7, the final boss area. I've already got a pretty good idea of what I'm doing for that. So it's just a matter of me sitting down and doing it. That is everything then. Thank you for watching as always. Hope you enjoyed. And